Welcome to the Daily's Double Shot. I'm Christy Hamilton.
And I'm Andrew Mittrack. After a whopping 6 episodes, we're proud to announce we have just enough content for our very first clip show.
What's a clip show?
Well, UWTV needs our time slot filled on Fridays, but we students are too busy taking finals this week, so we're taking some of our old segments, putting them together, and calling it a new show.
So we'll be mixing and matching from our previous episodes.
Exactly. The content may be a bit outdated, but it should be enjoyable anyway.
Here are some of our favorite segments so far.
Ooh, what is that? Try some candy.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Okay.
Do you remember when you determined the best burger on the Ave?
Yeah, that was a fun one. I always like to eat while I'm working. Anyway, here it is.
Hi there, I'm Andrew Mittrack, and today I'm in search of the best burger on the Ave.
To start off my search, I stopped by Burger Hut, located south of 42nd Street on the Ave. The burger cost $4.35 with no special add-ons. Next, I ventured just off the Ave to 43rd Street to visit Orange King. Their basic hamburger cost $3.85. And finally, I made a stop by a burger place to pick up another hamburger. Their burger also cost $3.85. Having obtained 3 burgers from 3 different restaurants on the Ave, phase 1 of my search was over. However, I realized that I alone am not qualified to be the sole judge of the best burger on the Ave, so I cut the burgers into thirds and invited 2 co-workers to help me judge the burgers.
So now that we have all 3 of our burgers, I've cut them into thirds, and I'm here with Brianna Lai and Arnold Chan, who are my guest panelists. I know which burgers from which place, but they don't, so they can be the more unbiased judge. So just looking at these, which one do you think you'll like most? This is burger 1, burger 2, burger 3.
No, number 2's looking pretty good.
Brianna, which one would you like to start with?
Start with number 1.
That makes sense. Cheers.
Cheers. I like the bun.
I like the bun. I got a little bit too much of it in my bite. I don't like my bun to patty ratio. A bit too thin. Brianna, your thoughts?
I definitely think the patty's too thin too, but the sesame seeds on the bun tastes really good.
I like what I'm tasting. I'm just not tasting enough of it.
Yeah.
I think we should move on.
And move on we did to burger number 2 from Orange King.
I really like this one.
You really do?
The previous one kind of got the sense of like a frozen patty that was shipped there. This one almost seems like...
Fresh off the cow's back.
Yeah, and it even feels like medium rare.
The patty is definitely thicker and tastes more fresh. I agree with Arnold.
Now, moving on to burger number 3. Let's do this.
I don't think I like this one.
Really?
You don't like it, really?
No. It doesn't look
You
very
actually dislike
appetizing.
this one. Really?
Really?
My
I
least
kind of feel
favorite.
like this takes the best from the previous 2. Like it has the nice meat.
But look at your little patty. It's so thin.
It's not a thin
It's
patty.
a little thinner. I'll admit than the second
It's thinner
one.
than this one.
Yeah.
This one was a big patty, but I don't know. I'm liking this one.
Yeah. I don't think I want to eat any more of this one.
You don't want to eat any more of it, really.
No, I really don't like it.
Somebody worked hard to make this hamburger for you. You're just gonna.
No, I know somebody worked hard, but
You're voting for burger number 2?
yeah.
I actually do with burger number 3. 1 and 2 come close by having really good meat or really good sauce combinations, but this one may not have perfect everything, but everything comes close. It's a better balance.
You're saying burger number 3. I definitely enjoy number 3 more than I enjoyed number 1. I really did enjoy burger number 2 a lot. I did enjoy all 3 of these burgers though. They're quite tasty. But I think, yeah, my loyalties lie with burger number 2. Alright, so do you want to find out which burger's from which place?
Yeah, definitely.
Number 1 is
Okay.
from Burger Hut.
Yeah.
It wasn't any of our personal favorites. I enjoyed it. We all thought that it was, a good burger in general.
Still, yeah, relatively
Yeah.
speaking,
Uh-huh.
that's all we're doing. It's still a good burger.
Burger 2 is actually Orange King.
Oh.
With the bigger patties is Orange King. Burger number 3 was a burger place with the burger.
Yeah, wow.
So, yeah. So we may not all agree on the best burger, but I think we can all agree we had a good time eating burgers and discussing them. And from now on, I think when I'm gonna get a burger, I'm gonna be going to Orange King maybe occasionally a burger place.
I have to agree with that.
All right, well, it was a pleasure eating hamburgers with you guys. We haven't exactly decided for sure what's the best burger on the Ave, but the debate goes on. Hope to eat with you guys again in the future. Thanks for watching.
Do you remember Valentine's Day?
Oh, barely. I mean, it was a whole month ago.
Well, let's refresh your memory with this Valentine's Day edition of The Good, the Bad, and the Rad.
Hey everyone, and welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Rad, the show that gives students the chance to put life into the most basic of categories: good, bad, and sometimes totally rad. I'm your host, Laura O'Neill-Zen, and today's show is all about finding the good, the bad, and the rad on Valentine's Day. Here's how it works. I'll introduce the topics, and then I'll turn the discussion over to our panelists. A computer science major and the man behind the Daily's newest sex column, Apples and Bananas, we have Noe Kalfa.
Hi.
A chemical engineering major and the UW debate team's case brief manager, Emily Santee.
Hi.
Pursuing a degree in journalism while keeping up with her long-running daily column Pillow Talk, Parisa Sadzadeh. When you're in a relationship on February 14th, the pressure can be on to make the day special. And the fact of the matter is that people spend a lot on this holiday, especially men. We've got the statistic from the National Retail Federation saying that on average, men spend about twice as much money as women on the holiday of Valentine's Day. And so are you guys seeing this in your own lives, and do you think it's good, bad, or rad?
As a woman, I think it's rad. If I'm receiving twice as much money and gifts and chocolate, I'll eat them.
I think it's good. I mean, I don't think it's like crazy good, but I think it's good.
But I also think that women are more inclined to give more small presents throughout the year. So, women are more like attuned to, I'm going to buy you a pint of ice cream. Whereas a man is more likely to be like, oh, it's Valentine's Day.
If a guy is going to make a gesture, then I guess Valentine's Day is just like some time where he can kind of build it up. So you will spend more money on that day. Maybe you were going to do it maybe you had thought about, doing something in between, but you're like, well, I'll wait till a big day, and that's Valentine's Day.
So men like to make it count, women like to space it out.
Yeah.
All right. These are some gifts that I got for you guys, so you can go ahead and open these up.
Thank you.
Are you a fan of these?
The purple and white ones, yes.
You are a fan?
Yeah, the rest are bad.
Okay, what about you, Parisa?
I love the purple and white ones too. That's so weird.
They're the best ones.
They make me think of like elementary school though, because
Yeah.
I feel like this was what we used to give each other. This was a sign of affection back then.
I think you guys might be in for like a little bit of a 2010 surprise right now, since you like the purple and white ones so much. Taste it.
They're different.
I'm just seeing if you guys have noticed anything.
They have a different consistency.
Yeah, they
they're
have
like squishy or something instead of chalky.
They've like revised the recipe, the texture, the flavors, and the messages. Some
The
of them
messages?
say tweet me. I don't know if you
You
can.
say
Tweet me.
Mine says dream big. But yeah, they've revised them. So revisions on an old classic, good, bad, or rad. You
I don't know. They're kind of the same.
think they taste the same?
I mean, okay. To be honest, I'd rather have like chocolate, but reading them's fun, and so in that respect, they're kind of similar. And maybe adding tweet me is nice if you're into that.
I think they're bad too. They were so simple and cute before. I don't want to like tweet somebody. I wouldn't be like, how you used to give them as like messages.
I like to try and see how many you could string together and have it still make sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the sweetheart conversations where every sentence you have to use one of the sweetheart words?
That's a good one.
They're kind of fun.
That sounds fun.
You want to try it?
Okay, go. I think these taste totally gross. I'm
If I
surprised
had
that
a
you guys
sign
aren't
that
shocked.
said free hugs, I would ask you to hug me.
Oh, well, if I saw that, I might ask you to meet me later.
Soulmate.
Yeah, I have soulmate too.
Hey, sweet pea. I'm trying not to be a misogynist.
Okay, so moving on from candy to a slightly more adult topic. Craigslist missed connections. It's not as adult as casual encounters, but do you guys ever check those out, the missed connections on Craigslist?
I thought you meant the casual encounters.
Oh, no. I mean, whatever floats your boat.
I just saw this yesterday, and I think it is totally rad. I think it kicks ass. Because I don't know, there's just something so cute about it. I know that sounds really weird, but I think there's something just really cute. Like, it's almost movie-like the way that this is set up, and it's like I couldn't believe that people were actually doing this.
I agree. I think it's rad. Not just because it's cute, because everyone has that little bit of a romantic side, and perhaps Valentine's brings it out. But also, if you've ever, taken the time to read them, they are very entertaining. Like, you get people on here that are just really creepy, and they don't intend to be, right? They think that they're being sweet and romantic, but they're coming off like, I've been watching you get on the bus, every day for a week. And I don't know why you won't sit next to me. I was smiling.
Yeah, they are kind of, some of them are creepy, but when they're cute, they're cute.
Right.
I have a couple of my papers, so you can, I want you to kind of tell me if you think they're good, bad, or red. They're all from our area. They're all U District misconnections. So this first one is Women for Men, and it's U District Starbucks. Gray beanie, cute face. I was reading by the window in Starbucks at 41st and University at around 4:45 this afternoon. You passed by a few times, and we smiled as you passed. This is probably pointless, but if you remember me, reply. Let's grab coffee, smiley face emoticon.
Wait, was that today? That's kind of cute. I wouldn't say that's creepy. Like,
No, I think that's good. And especially they're getting, all this publicity, so maybe this will draw someone's attention to the ad.
Maybe we'll help them find true love.
yeah, it could find true
Does
love.
it sound like anyone you know? Green beanie, cute face?
No.
Beanie. Cute face.
But-
It's so descriptive.
But would you reply to this ad if you thought it was you?
Well, I'm not a man.
Well, but
So.
would you respond if you thought this was you?
Sure.
Yeah?
It'd be fun.
Alrighty.
You really would?
What's the worst that could happen? Like, you maybe go on like a date with this person and then it doesn't work out.
So this next person probably won't be posting a misconnection anytime soon because he's happily married to Demi Moore. Ashton Kutcher gave this quote to Parade magazine, and the quote goes as follows. I hate Valentine's Day. I can't stand it. I think that every day should be a day of romance. I think you should celebrate love 364 days out of the year. Then, on Valentine's Day, you should get to tell whoever you hate that you cannot stand them. There will be one day of hating and 364 days of love.
I think this is bad. I think Valentine's Day doesn't necessarily mean that that's the only day that you love somebody. I think it's a day to like maybe do something extra, and I don't think that the other 364 days of the year you're hating everybody.
A day of hate does sound pretty bad. I feel like there'd be a lot of fistfights, a lot of riots, a lot of things the police couldn't necessarily control. But
Yeah, that would be kind of chaotic.
You're giving a bad on Ashton Kutcher-induced riots? Because I think that would be a little bit rad. I think there's something like cathartic about, because maybe if we could release rage one day of the year, then there would be less rage on the other days.
yeah,
Maybe.
People bond over it too. It's great.
Bonding over hatred, we give it a...
Rad. Rad for humanity.
There's a new show, a new talk show running on Dawg Radio on Fridays from 9 to 11. It's called Genital Discourse, and it's Loveline-esque in that there's one sex expert and one comedian, and they want people to call in. They want people to ask them questions. So what do you guys think about this? Like turning to other students for sex advice, good, bad, or rad?
Well, that's rad, not only because of the sex advice, but the one thing about this show, Genital Discourse, right, is that it talks about sexual health.
I think it's a really great idea too. It's really rad. The people that they chose are very knowledgeable, and they're super aware that these are issues that you might not want to talk about with everyone.
And I guess the success of the show I suppose, it depends on the person who's giving advice has to really know their stuff and has to make sure they're not like giving different advice for the same problem. And the comedian has to be such that they have like good chemistry with the person, but they're not sort of ruining the actual advice part. You can be funny and even make fun of people while still keeping like people make people want to call in.
Exactly, not shutting them down,
Not shut
making
them
them
down.
scared to call. Yeah, that's a really good point.
Thanks so much to everybody for coming on the show today, and we hope to see you next time on The Good, the Bad, and the Rad.
Remember way back when Tarek did that story on Rainy Dog?
Do you still have that old footage?
Yeah, we do.
Then let's watch it.
Rainy Dawg Radio is the university's own student-run radio station. I paid a visit to their studio in the Hub basement to take a look behind the scenes.
Rainy Dog was created by these associate students of the University of Washington to fill a niche left when KEXP moved off campus and became autonomous.
We are in the back corner of the Hub sub-basement, probably the most dungeon-esque place on campus.
Rainy Dog was created with an eye towards providing educational opportunities for students looking to get experience in radio and broadcast. So we're here in the Radio Dawg offices where the management works throughout the week. Behind me you see a big wall of CDs. We have workstation computers where we're all working every day. So here we are in the DJ studio where we have all of our various equipment for putting music out over the air and to the student body. Over here we have one tape deck and 2 CD decks. A turntable, some of our DJs play vinyl. We have one show that's almost entirely 7-inch records. The mixing board obviously is where all the inputs are running into and where they are congregated and then sent out over the airwaves.
Alright everybody, listen up. DJ Rob here to start off the Double Power Hour. I got into DJing because I wanted an outlet to express metal. You know, I'm really into metal and I think it'd be good to get metal out there to be a community.
Into Ash and play the gorgeous Spencer style. Right after he's been hooked up, play the one that's on his heart.
There were no call-in shows when I joined. There is actually one now. It's called Genital Discourse, and it's kind of like Love Line.
They'll take callers or emails in about sexual health related questions, and then they will answer them live on the air. They have a guy who's a comedian and makes sex related jokes, and a girl who actually answers the sex related health questions. And yes, I have submitted questions to them before.
There's some DJs in the studio doing a show called Hot Buttered Soul.
And we are a soul music and food criticism show.
Food and soul, you know, soul is kind of like smooth, it's like sensual, like food.
So we're spreading the word on good soul music and good places to eat around Seattle. We're still figuring out the dynamic.
I'm the funny one.
Yeah, I'm the straight man. Yeah.
He's also mean to listeners. Sometimes.
I'm not mean to listeners. That's an exaggeration. We get to play the music we like and talk about the food we like, so it's a win-win. We've been kind of learning how to talk about food more intelligently as we've been going on, and we're aspiring to be proper food critics.
A lot of the programming that we have here on Dawg Radio is maybe stuff that you wouldn't find even on what many people consider to be sort of an alternative station like KEXP. We've been pursuing just focusing on being the best and strongest internet station that we can be, especially since it seems like technology is sort of trending in that direction.
The future is online because as the internet becomes increasingly accessible with things like iPhones, Blackberries, the new iTouch or whatever, people will be listening to more internet radio that is less dominated by commercials and stupid talking.
As a result of the planned hub remodel, Rainy Dawg will soon make the move to Condon Hall.
We're going to be moving next year because of this hub overhaul.
Hopefully the move doesn't affect our productivity at all. I mean, in the past 3 years or so, the station has been sort of on a rise. Our listenership has gone up dramatically, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job of increasing our presence on campus. We're currently discussing ways to make the transition run really smoothly so that next year's management can sort of just pick up the ball and run with it.
One of my favorite videos was when we went behind the scenes of ESPN's Game Day.
That must have been a fun shoot.
It was, and it aired on ESPN.com. Let's air it again now.
We've been camping out here for 48 hours.
Hour 32 right now?
We have a lot of sign making left to do.
Yeah, we do.
You better show up with this decibel meter. Francesca used to be here, perhaps you've heard of them.
Blow out UW.
Woo! Hella good sign by Serene.
This is what the country looks like to ESPN. And it may or may not be missing about, I don't know, the entire West Coast.
Yeah! I'm down. We love ESPN! Woo! College game day! Yeah!
Show them why you don't got the best student body in the country.
I just got called down. I think they picked the best fan out of there. Somebody said my name, come down, and I came on down. Just trying to stay calm, focus on the rim, and let it go.
In February, students organized a benefit concert to raise funds for Haiti.
Yeah, this segment's definitely worth seeing again.
My family's from Haiti. My mom was born and raised in Port-au-Prince. And after the earthquake, you know, my immediate concern was immediate family that are still in Haiti. But after I was fortunate enough to hear from my immediate family everyone was okay, it became more of an issue for me about what I could do. I talked to our mom, and I've been making music for a long time and putting together shows, and she actually gave me the idea of putting together a concert to raise money, because I only have so much money, but I have the tools to raise a lot more money than that. The first thing I did was contact Numos, which is a really popular concert venue in Capitol Hill, and then I started contacting performers, and I basically just contacted all my favorite artists and people that I work closely with in Seattle, and it ended up being a really good lineup.
We're Dino Jams. I play the drums. Zach. I play the xylophone / vocals. I play the trumpet.
I honestly couldn't afford to donate money, but I can donate music and time.
The whole Numos staff volunteered to work the night for free, which made the whole event a lot cheaper, especially because it was an all-ages show, which is generally more expensive to put together. The whole box office, security, everybody was working the night for free. All the performers worked for free, so that way 100% of the door could go towards efforts in Haiti. It was a beautiful crowd. There's a lot of really excited people there that night.
Music is one of the most incredible aspects of humanity in general as a whole. There's something just so incredible about the uniting aspect of music, I think. People from everywhere and people that are educated and people that have never seen a classroom can connect with music in different ways.
I mean, the week of the show, I had 3 midterms and 2 papers. I had 2 midterms on the day of the show, but once I got on stage, it was, I just felt like laying down and just relaxing. But we had such a good time, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't do anything differently. Performing at a Haitian benefit show was a super spiritual experience for me because it was so deep for me. I definitely got emotional at times, and the whole performance was like an out-of-body experience. Everybody was so involved. The crowd was, it's like we were working together.
I'll be hosting, so I'll be up there all night, cracking little jokes, trying to get people to enjoy themselves, thanking people that have come through. I'm doing this because even if it was a different country, I believe in third world solidarity and struggle for people worldwide. A lot of times when situations like this happen, you think of your craft, your art in general, as being kind of useless and not important at that moment. But here's a chance for us to take what we do for a living, or trying to do for a living, and help the place that we come from.
We decided to go through Doctors Without Borders, and my decision for that was simply because I talked to my family in Haiti. Doctors Without Borders has been on the ground in Haiti for 19 years. And what that means to me is that after the press is gone, after the public eye has stopped watching Haiti, they're still gonna be there because they've been there. When these groups and the volunteers and this money goes into Haiti, it's not just aid, it has to be partnership. We have to work with the Haitian people and not for them, because Haitians are the only people that are gonna really rebuild. It's a psychological thing as much as it's an infrastructural thing. We as artists have a responsibility to the art that we make, and it's very powerful. Sometimes we forget that. We don't realize how much it affects people and how much we can do with it. But a show like this just reminds me and just reinforces the fact that art is sometimes the best way of communicating. And that night communicated unity, strength, and resilience. And it gave me a lot of hope in a time that has been really hard.
Thanks for watching.
We'll have another clip show for you next week when we're on spring break.
See you then.